Hi everybody, my name is Larry Travis, Larry Lee Travis, and this is my channel, Learning with Larry. What this channel is about is learning, not just learning anything, but learning things in my life that I think will help you in your journey as well. I'm going to be talking from some notes that I have on the screen here, so you'll see me going back and forth until I get used to using the teleprompter maybe later on. Um, I'm going to be talking to you about grown folks type of learning, not just fluff or just figuring it out, but making mistakes too. I'm not perfect. Next year I'll be 60 years old, and I'm learning myself still. It's this channel is geared to a lot of people that I've seen in my life that struggle with having guidance and taking things for granted, thinking that they're going to pick up on things themselves and to help them grow. I'm no expert. I'm expert in certain things, but not in everything. I'll tell you more about that in a few. But it's to help the younger generation because I see the younger generation, it, it pretty much is clueless. They think they know it all, but things are changing. I've seen it. AI as well as robotics. Um, there's a lot of things that changed in my lifetime, and it's not for the future good of the people I see that's coming behind me. They don't seem to understand the importance of learning and trying to be productive. I see a lot of people who depend on the system, the government system, to give them a paycheck. They don't want to work for themselves or do anything. So if you're watching this, I hope that you'll get to know me, like me, um, follow along me, hit the subscribe button, um, hit the like button, and just follow on my journey of learning and teaching others what I know and how to learn. Everything from broad subjects as far as like um, telecommunications, that's what field I'm in. I have well over 40 years plus in the IT field. I've been a systems analyst. I've been a business operations analyst. Now I'm a telecom engineer. I've wrote programs. I've produced reports. You name it. As far as in IT, I've dealt with networking. My degrees range from associates in information technology. I was retired military. Been in the military for 20 years, and I retired in '04, where I was a systems analyst within the Air Force. I worked in the warehouse for a little bit, so it's not just IT. I worked in the warehouse for around 4 years. Also, I have a bachelor's and I have a master's in information system security, and a bachelor's in network communications. So, and my other associates, because I said I had two associates, is in logistics. Because I was, like I said, I worked in the warehouse, so I know how the warehouse runs, and pretty much my life has been like that. I've been um, in situations where even when I retired, I was still well, when I retired rather, I jumped from um, retiring, and I did a couple of little side gigs like for tech systems where they you're hired help. You go out and do little things, little projects for companies um, that hire third party companies to come in and do things for them. Like they'll have you do um, for ConAgra. We wind up moving some computers around into their new location, stuff like that. Um, Implementing process. Probably they do it now. People can do it internally now, but back in the day, it was companies such as Tech Systems that utilize contracting individuals out to do stuff that the company that was contracting out didn't have an IT department that big or that knowledgeable to do upgrades that were needed to be done. So that's where those companies came in. And after that, I got a job at a big nationally known hospital here in Omaha, and I started working for them. And on top of that, I was driving the school bus where I used to take my mother-in-law, then mother-in-law. She passed away, unfortunately, due to cancer. And I used to take her back and forth. It gave me time driving as a school bus driver because they had those, you only drive in the morning, and then in the afternoon when the kids get off, and you have that lax space in the middle where you can, kick back and do other things, go grocery shopping, pay bills or whatever. And in my case, it was taking my mother-in-law to her cancer treatments. Um, so that being said, I had my IT work, full-time work at the hospital, and then in the morning times I had the school bus driving um, job, which allowed me to, at first, okay, yeah, because at first really I got the school bus driving job before I got, yeah, before I got